This tutorial will demonstrate how to get a weather forecast using OpenFido. In this case, we're going to add our own pipeline from the GitHub repositories to get the weather data. And so we click on the Add Pipeline, and we select the weather pipeline from GitHub. Once the pipeline has been added, we can view the runs. And in this case, we're going to start a new run. And we're going to fill out the form that allows us to specify where we want the weather forecast to be obtained. The default is in the Bay Area of California, San Francisco, and we'll just go ahead and use that for this particular demonstration. And then we submit the form. This creates the configuration file for this run, and then we can just start the run. The OpenFido pipeline then goes out to the weather databases and retrieves the current weather forecast. It creates two files. One is the CSV file that contains the actual weather data that's downloaded, and the other is a GridLabD model file that can be used to read that weather data into a simulation. If we'd like to visualize this data, we can click on Data Visualization, add a chart, which we will take from the weather forecast. We'll make a line chart. And in this case, we're just going to add the time series data on the x-axis and the temperature data on the y-axis and add that. We'll name this chart the temperature chart, and we'll add it to our graphs. And you can see the weather data forecasts for the next, looks like 7 days or so. We can also add the wind data as well. So we again go through the same process. And this will be the wind data, and we will choose the time series and the second column, which is the wind speed. And we add that as well. We can see the wind speed data and visualize that as well. If we then go and look at so first of all, we can download the weather forecast itself and look at it in Excel. You can see the 3 columns of temperature, wind speed, and wind direction. We can also download the GridLabD model itself and look at that file. And you can see that it creates a weather forecast class and then an object where the player itself is read into that object. And that allows us to essentially play in that weather data that we have into this object, and we can refer to that object from other GridLabD models. So that's it. It's pretty straightforward. Whenever you run this, it will get the weather forecast for the current time. So if I were to run this pipeline again tomorrow, I would get the forecasts starting from tomorrow and moving forward. So that's about it. Thank you for watching.